Yes, welcome everyone here to the Smash Sport Show right here on Smash FM here on Lockdown Saturday here in Melbourne. Of course, let's go up to Queensland in particular and, of course, speak to the defending, of course, Division 2 Women's South Premiers. Of course, they had a hard-stopper game this time last week. Of course, they played Beenleigh and they beat them by a single point, and that is the Jimboomba women's football team. And, of course, they join us right now and tell us a bit about that amazing grand final last week at Bond Uni. Thanks, all you, for joining us. Yeah. I'll get each of you to introduce yourselves and obviously what position you all played on grand final day.
My name is Jess. I am the assistant coach for the senior women's team this year.
I'm Holly. I play centre half back.
I'm Lisa and I play centre half forward. I'm Lauren and I play back pocket.
I'm Nicole and I play wing.
I'm Sigrid. I play between wing and full forward.
I'm Rosanna and I play full forward.
I'm Steve, I'm the coach, and Nick was down there the first one. She was one of our captains and played the first 3 games before she broke her wrist, and then came on board to coach for the rest of the season.
Tell us a bit about the season. I'm assuming it was very short due to COVID. What was it like at the start, and were you optimistic that you be able to get back on the field again?
Okay, at the start, I was very worried we weren't going to get a game in this year. I thought, because it was a lot of our girls' first year, most of them was their first year this year. I was worried that we weren't going to get a game of AFL in, and I thought best scenario at the start was at the end of the year they might have a round robin day just to get one day in so everybody got a game. But obviously it turned a lot better than what we expected, and we got a bit of a season, so that was great.
I know there was only, 5 teams in the competition, including yourselves, in Division 2 this year. I guess, how difficult was that, and how many times did you have to verse your opponents?
10 rounds in total. So we versed each team twice, and we got 2 buys throughout the playing season. And then we went into 2 games of finals, so the semi-final and then the final. So top 4 got put into the semi-final, so it was 1 versus 4 and 2 being 3. And then the 5th team unfortunately didn't get to play in the final. So it was still good that we were able to have the opportunity to play quite a few games in the season.
When you got back on the training track, after obviously the lockdown that you had early in the year, how was it like to try to adapt to the sort of COVID normal and obviously preparing for an actual season?
COVID affected us a bit. In fact, we couldn't play anything on the field at the same time, so it was always a bit hard with the rest of the things in the club. But we kept our plan all along, and we kept training and working hard and just developing our skills, especially for the newer girls who haven't played before.
And just to that, we're very lucky that our other assistant coach, Lee, she's a personal trainer, so she does all our fitness work. And so the whole COVID time when we couldn't get the training, the girls were working out all the time with their fitness anyway. So it's great to have a personal trainer on board, which we had last year and this year. She's done a wonderful job with the girls getting them fit.
And we did the TikTok challenges too.
Now, of course, let's talk a bit about the challenges that your personal trainer did. What was the toughest one that she had to put everyone through?
The planks, burpees is number 1.
There's a lot of bear crawls and lizard walks and all different strength and conditioning stuff.
Running.
These girls don't really work hard on any other team with their fitness. It's amazing that they put in. From November last year when we started pre-season, they haven't stopped. They didn't even want to stop for Christmas. They wanted to keep going. Being their first year, they're so excited about playing. Just an awesome bunch.
Now, we'll fast forward to the grand final. The grand final was actually on a Sunday this year down there at Bond Uni. Obviously, it was the first of a 4-game stretch down there at Bond Uni. How was it like on grand final day, and especially how was the nerves like?
Through the roof.
It's definitely a lot harder, especially having a 10 o'clock game, because our games are normally at 4:45. So it was definitely a lot warmer than what we're normally used to.
And the nerves are pretty bad, don't they?
And I guess in the lead up, how did you fare against Beenleigh? I guess the 2 games that you played them in the regular season.
Our first one was a draw, and our second one, they beat us.
20 points.
Yeah, by 20 points.
You did have 2 girls in the hospital.
Yeah, there was a couple of girls that ended up in hospital that in our second game from our team. But I think come grand final, we just went into the mindset, especially with the Sherwood semi-final game. Our motivation was high. We were in the best spirits I think we've ever been.
And coming in as the underdogs was
Yeah.
nice as well. We found that empowering.
And definitely the amount of supporters that we had during our semi-finals game and our grand final was phenomenal. Just cheering us on, and I think you want to do it for them as well, for making them making the time to come and watch us play.
The support really made the day. Both the finals we had very special. We had awesome support from all our teams coming out and watch us here, and yeah, just made it awesome. Just lifted everybody's spirits and got going out on the field.
And at the semi-finals, we had more supporters at their home ground than they did at their own home ground, so that was pretty cool.
Now, I actually watched your grand final I think the grand final was on live stream this year. Now, one thing I was very impressed with your team was obviously you really jumped Beenleigh very early in the first quarter and really never let them back in it. Even though it was a very hairy last quarter, but I guess what was was there any point that you just felt we've got this?
No. They put up such a great game. They didn't make it easy. Not at all.
They've always been one of our top competitors.
When the final siren went, you looked up the scoreboard, you're 1 point up, and obviously won the game, won the premiership. What was it? Was it a sense of relief, or was it more like celebrations?
Relief. I think relief is an understatement.
Yeah, I think it was different. There was a lot of relief from the players that were on the field, because that last quarter was like 24 minutes, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because we had 2 injuries that unfortunately they still had the time on. So the last quarter was definitely the longest quarter. So it was probably relief for the players that were on the field. The fact that the siren went, they didn't have to continue playing, but definitely massive celebrations for the staff on the bench and the girls that were on the bench as well. So yeah, it was absolutely awesome.
I don't think I have a voice left.
Now, the one thing, and someone mentioned it just before about your amazing fans there, and I did see through, the live stream, but also through the photos that was taken on the day, how much of a community the Jimboomba community has came out down to the Gold Coast to watch your team play. What did that all mean to you, and especially what did it mean to the community to see a premiership returning back?
Sport, basically showing the young girls, the achievement that we did as probably like older role models for them. But I think this club too has like the best culture ever. Family culture, yeah, definitely.
And we got great support from the Jimboomba Times, so we had a full page spread on the front page of the paper, and then second page from the back as well. So they were down there taking photos and really getting behind us as well. So yeah, it's been great from the community.
Now I have to ask, how was the celebrations afterwards?
We've got a couple of videos to show you.
We don't want to go into too much detail, what the ins and outs of it, but we came back to the clubhouse after, and our president kind of put on a little bit of a afternoon tea. The afternoon tea facilitated our win, as well as our illicit mix of alcoholic beverages. Yeah.
Yeah, we have one story, Alicia.
The embarrassing story of the evening.
So, I went to the toilet, obviously, and I came out and told my friend that I clogged it somehow. I just didn't know how, and later in the night, everyone found out that I lost my phone and the service broke, and we couldn't find it, so 2 days later we came back and found it in the bottom of the toilet.
We can send you through that video.
And it's still working, it's not shit.
Oh. Now, obviously, you're wearing your medals around your necks at the moment. How long did you wear your medals for after the game? And did any of you sleep with it?
I don't think most of us took it off on that Sunday night. We were all super stoked, and I think I definitely woke up with the medal still around my neck.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about the team. How special was it to be part of this amazing team? Obviously, it was the first year down there at Jimboomba.
I've played basketball my whole life, and I pretty much think it's the best thing I've been in sport-wise. And just such a loving team.
Yeah. It's such a great mix of young girls who've grown up playing, people who've never played before, and old girls like me who just love footy. So it's such a great mix, and we all get along so well. It just made such a great dynamics of learning and development of everyone in the team.
Yeah. All throughout the pre-season as well, a lot of our training's been just a lot of fun while still learning the skills. I think Steve and I both had a look. We had 16 players that have never played AFL before in their life prior to coming down to the club. So I think being able to build those skills and abilities for people that have played and those that haven't. We also had quite a lot of under-17s players that won the Premiership last year that came into our team. So they definitely were really good in the fact that they were able to help other players to build those skills. But we also do have Rosanna, and she is our oldest player in our team, and we also have her daughter Olivia who plays in our team as well.
She's the youngest player in our team, so it's amazing.
Just how unique our team really is.
Now, tell us a couple of young players in the team we should watch out for in the future there at the Redbacks.
Our is amazing. She can jump like nothing I've ever seen before. There's a few good ones coming through, a couple of twins that really make the mix of our team really well.
Yeah, we've got Jazz, Norse. We've got a lot more 17s coming in this year from our from 17s. We had to get away from 17 because last year we did one premiership with the 17s girls, and we never had a women's team, so we had to give them a place to go so they didn't have to leave the club. So that's why we started the women's team this year. And there's a lot, there's 10 to 15 young girls to watch out for. You can nearly go through the whole lot of they're all fantastic players, and just the club is going up and up and up. I'm sure we'll get some players in the QAFW. Yeah, really young girls coming through.
Players, be careful how you answer my next question. Tell us about your amazing premiership coach.
Oh, where do you start? He's so knowledgeable, because he's been involved in the club for many years. You know, he's got the skills. you know, and the drive and the passion, and I think that makes you so passionate as a player to do your best every time.
Steve is very patient, I have to admit. I'm one of the players that didn't play AFL before, so I actually started training with the under 17 girls last year, and to come here and be a premiership winner, it does show Steve's true colours on how well he coaches us girls. So.
And he's never made you feel as though, like, if you are an inexperienced player, that you've got nothing to offer. He's always. Very supportive of that. I think it definitely shows how great he is as a coach, for the fact that we have had so many players that haven't played AFL before, and to come over the premiership. And I think it also does come down to the fact that we do have our other assistant coach, Emily, as well. She's been pivotal in the fitness that we've done as a season. So the fitness that Emma does and the skills and ability that Steve has been able to draw out of the players is extremely admirable, and I think they're both just wonderful, wonderful people.
He also knows what we need to work on with each team. Each team we play obviously has strengths and weaknesses. So he knows we need to focus on with Sherwood with this certain thing, with Beenleigh with this certain thing, we practice those things and we find those games, which makes a difference every day.
And Steve doesn't sleep. He analyzes football all the time.
And he's bored.
As you know, Will, you got to have players to get out there and do it. These girls was amazing. Everybody would walk past these girls at training and look at them. Let them become football. Look at this. The effort they put into the fitness and all this stuff. But they just did everything with us. They train 3 months a week. Fitness on Tuesday, gym on Wednesday, skills on Thursday. They just put so much effort in it. Nobody else makes an answer. They just did it.
Now, how did all you get involved in footy, and why did you choose it?
I love Victoria, I love hockey, I love playing, anything goes happen sometimes.
I didn't really have any idea about AFL. Where I live in is probably a little more NRL dominant, so I just wanted to get away and do something completely different. I had no idea about the rules or any of that kind of stuff, so just choosing a sport that I had no idea about.
I just grew up playing footy since I was like, probably like, I don't know, 9 or something. So. I'm like Holly, just a bit another Victorian amongst us all, and just grew up kicking the footy around and played it before. And as soon as I heard there was a women's team, I thought, well, why the hell not? Give this a go. And it's been great.
My sons and husband actually played, and when they decided to do a women's team, I jumped on board and said, why not? It'll be fun.
My brother grew up playing in this club for many, many years, and actually me and Holly played many years ago as well in the first team. So when I heard they were bringing back the women's team, I was like,
my husband is from Melbourne, so he's a great Collingwood supporter. So that's all that
I think you're going to be great in Hollywood.
Yeah, so basically I've come accustomed to watching it all the time. My kids play, and I sort of run the canteen here in the uniform shop, so I thought, why not? I'd give it a go.
I actually wasn't going to play. I came down to watch my friend play and just get out of the house because I wasn't doing much, and then I ended up joining the team, which was being the best decision of 2020.
Before mentioning start what position you'll play on the field. If you had a preferred position where you'd like to convince your coaches to put you, be careful how you answer it, where would that be?
Oh, back on, it's going to be that one. Okay, just back on.
Centre half forward. Yeah, I like where I am in back pocket.
I like my position as wing or forward flank.
I guess if you asked me 21 months ago, it'd be like full forward, but I actually got the chance to play wing in a few games this year, and I think that's where I want to strive to be there all the time because I really enjoy the wing.
Yeah, for myself, it was full forward and forward flank.
I don't really, because I haven't had much exposure to like positioning, so I don't really have any preference. I like everyone.
Just playing the rocket and the men's both for the year, so.
Now, what does the sport of footy mean to all of you, and especially playing there at Jimboomba?
Yeah, well, definitely family. I've been here 17 years at Jimboomba. I've had 3 kids play here. I played here. So yeah, it's just a great club. Been here a long time. We did that at the outside of the last 5 years. We just skyrocketed. We've got every team, every division. I don't know division, we've got every team, every age group, we've got all teams. Now we've got senior density, women's masters. We've got 13s, 15s, 17s girls. That just keeps getting bigger every year. 12, 14, 16s, they've got 8s and 10s. Just, yeah, the club's jumping to the roof, it's amazing.
For everyone that should get down there to the defending premiers of the competition for the pre-season coming up in 2021, how can they go about, what will be your advice for them to come down to Jimboomba?
Just come down the field and see us. We'll be out in November, the first week in November, we'll be back out training, ready for next season. They can contact Jimboomba Redbacks. Yeah, or if you see anybody down here, just come down and talk to us and we'll get you out there. Any skill, any previous experience, just anybody come down.
And of course, whereabouts is your home ground? For everyone in Brizzy have no idea where it is.
It's on the corner of Kissack Lane and Henderson Road in Jimboomba. Glenlogan Park, it's all.
Pink and the red and the black
We
coat.
just got these beautifully changed rooms this year. We haven't had change rooms really before the whole career, we've got these female facilities grant, we've got brand new change rooms, which open up a double change rooms on both sides. So yeah, it's a really good time to come down to the club. We're really taking on.
Now, let's finish up with a couple of light-hearted questions about the team. Firstly, who had the most embarrassing moment on the field this season and what was it?
Oh yeah, grand final. Alicia was very nervous in the grand final. To the point where she had to let a few things out. A couple of vomits on the field on the way out.
Now, now, who's the comedian in the team?
Rosie always played a trick on Steve.
Like your shoelaces untied.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, you had that long, it's still on his head.
Now, I know there's this thing called TikTok. So the question I'm going to ask you is, who's the best singer and dancer in the team?
Oh, Jane Ross is definitely the best dancer.
Probably the singer too.
Probably the singer and dancer, Jamie
Yeah, Steve's a great singer too. The best singer, he's a great singer.
We've got video for that.
Whatever you want.
We've got it. Yeah.
Now, other than the obviously the phone dropped in the toilet incident, any other funny moments that's happened in the team this year?
In our pre-season, we did a dam day where we all got together and went out to Maroon Dam. Out to Maroon Dam, and and Steve and our president brought their boats out, so we did tubing. Yeah, tubing. So probably that was most embarrassing.
Yeah, there was a big crowd that day on the tubes.
On the field, we've been pretty fortunate. We haven't really had any embarrassing moments on the field or during training.
Oh, I did go on the wrong way. When I
Playing a game to get in the direction of where our goals are.
Yes.
At the start of the season was hard because you tell them you're in a position and they have no idea where they're going. But actually going in the wrong positions. If we ball up and you get the wrong end of the field a couple of times, but that was expected. Didn't happen after halfway through the season.
Now, I know with footy clubs, there's some really good nicknames around footy clubs. Do either of you have a nickname, and who has the best nickname in the team, if so?
I've got Mustard.
Yeah. Nicole's last name is Keen.
Yeah.
So Keen is mustard.
So I get Mustard, and we've got Pickles.
My last name is actually Pickles, so it's kind of a nickname, but it's also just my actual name. So I think that Pickles and Mustard. Johnny.
That's not me either.
And we'll finish off with these last three questions. The first one is, do either of you have a pre-game superstition or ritual?
Oh, the music in the training rooms. That pumps us up. Yeah. We always do that every. No, that's not a superstition. Yeah, probably.
I do. I listen to my game day playlist and I strap both ankles. Everything's just got to be the same. Hair's got to be the same. I wear pretty much the same. Of everything. I don't change.
Now, obviously, it's now pretty much less than a week from since the grand final, and obviously the premiership win. Has the premiership sunk in yet? Has it sunk in at all? Now it's almost been a week.
It's such a weird feeling coming out of the club by the masters, how the kids are still training. It's like, yeah, well done. Just to go, thanks. And I don't want to say. I've had that really weird all week.
Yeah.
I think our president, when we get a presentation like that, we make a presentation, we'll put all the players and songs together for a final year presentation there. We can finally sink in there and we'll have a good night. Relax.
Obviously, sponsors have been obviously a huge help in all local footy clubs, especially like footy teams in particular. Do you have any sponsors you want to give a shout out to, especially for this amazing successful year?
Yeah, well, I actually sponsored the senior women's team this year. So, King's Horticulture. So we, I was actually quite privileged to do it, and it's been one of the best investments that I've done this year.
Thank you, Tom.
Yeah. And Holly.
What a bakery.
Hi, this is a local bakery. We wanted to cover the whole, combining fruit and roll stream the club days that we have.
Thank you, Holly. It was great sponsorship from the whole committee there, which is a really good partners. Tom, the president, Rosanna, Michelle Pottinger, they've done such a great job of organising everything for us and helping us out through the year. One shout out we'd love to give is to Emma, our assistant coach. She was pregnant this year. She last the grand final day and she went into labour on Monday. So she was on the sideline on Sunday screaming, that close to having a baby, and she went into labour on Monday. was amazing. She just got through the season with us. That kid trained for 9 months with us. Before it was born, and coached on very holiday, so it was amazing.
I think us girls want to give a shout out to Community Carey.
Yes.
Thank you.
All in the background, living, everybody, and the photos, yes.
You did a great job.
Yeah, it's been done,
Well, Augie, thank you so much for getting up your time to join us. From all of us here at Smash FM, we want to congratulate to all of you on the Premiership success. It was fantastic to watch your team play in that grand final, especially on the live stream from here in Melbourne. We were cheering for you, and we were so happy that you got over the line in a 1-point thriller. And hopefully when we come up to Queensland next year, hopefully we'll come out and watch your team in action throughout hopefully the regular season somewhere down the track.
Thank you.
No worries, and that's the Jimboomba, of course, Division 2 South Women's Premiership team. Of course, for next season, you want to get down there, get involved and support the Redbacks in 2021. You can do so, which will put all the details up on how you can go about getting involved down there at Jimboomba. There's more on the Smash Sports Show right after this. Don't go away. Here on Lockdown Saturday.